All right, we're back at it. I think I got everything set up. Yeah, I'm really annoyed that I basically slept through my massage appointment. Woke up to them having left voicemails and texts and all that stuff. How's it going, y'all? Okay, I want to start making something new today, but I've been putting off putting this magnet in. So we gotta do that first. All right, it's gonna be this way. Just to know which side is up. Doing good, Matt? Yeah, super bummed about that. But hey, feeling good today about the Chrono Trigger routing stuff that we were doing this morning. Farmer's market was okay, even though we also only went for a vegan food truck and a local dog treat maker. Nice, nice. Walked around okay, no issues. Oh, Star Ocean Speedrun's kind of interesting. It's a lot of menus. I don't know, we'll see how the rest of it goes, but I don't know how interesting it's going to be to watch. Brought Shelby this time. She also was really well behaved, just 90 degrees. Doing good now? Okay, good. No, routing went good. I feel good about the routing for Chrono Trigger. And then I went and updated all the notes to match what we did this morning. So now we'll just have to try the new route with the new notes and see how that goes. I think Mud Imp could still use some work. Where's my silver pen? Okay, we need glue kind of in this general area. Yeah, so I feel good about that. Should be fun. It's kind of fun to, like, it's new and maybe faster. Maybe faster? I don't know if it's really faster. I guess I'll have to find out. There's only one way to find out. It's really to prove it. It does save us from having to level Marley, and it keeps us from needing Luca at all after Magus. The only thing I wish is that we could get Ayla leveled extra somehow, but Ayla's already in every fight possible. And I might want to even take her out from Mud Imp. It might be faster to take her out from Mud Imp, honestly. So that's the only bad thing. Oh, I guess I gotta actually open the window. once we start opening the nasty stuff. So yeah, all in all today was a pretty good day. I just feel bad about the stupid stuff. So farmers market day, huh? Even went for a walk. Got most of my work done. Dog treat lady. See, Trail actually has a dog, unlike me. Doesn't open till mid-July. Man, we're getting there. I was looking at something that came through my transactions today, and I was like, oh, must be from this earlier part of the month. And then I looked, I was like, no, today's the 25th. The month's almost over. It's like, holy crap, how did June disappear so fast? Went on a mini walk to drop off some card orders. Oh no! Short jaunt in the market terminal, getting a leg shocked. Man. Don't know how much walking are we doing after? Okay, yeah. Try not to overdo it. How was? Oh, you had a therapist thing today, but you said a telehealth, and I was thinking like doctor, but no, it sounds like a therapist thing. All right, still a little bright. Have to manually set the exposure. Slightly more useful than normal. How long have you been seeing her? I had a pretty good therapist for the last couple of years, and I stopped seeing her recently because I just ran out of things to talk about. But might see her again once that happens. Thanks for the 30 bits trail. I didn't see the giant emote in my chat. The doggy. Okay, I have to look over at the other computer. Tell her about your speedos. Oh, really, Trail? Okay. I've had one of those before where they tend to like to talk more than listen, and that I often like them as a person, but sometimes it gets a little annoying.
My God, it's killing me up there.
Yeah, something. I get that they're like trying to relate. They're often trying to relate what I'm saying to something that they've experienced so that they can talk about it. But sometimes it's just that for an hour. You know what I mean? And that gets old. My last therapist wasn't that bad about that, but my therapist before that was kind of like that. Like I didn't necessarily come here to hear all your stories. Like I appreciate that, but I'm paying you. She's nice, unlike my psych who does my med management. Oh no, asshole. Oh really? Like doesn't even hear what you're saying? Yikes. Okay, gotcha. So the psych, the PhD guy is an a-hole. That's nice. How's your speedruns going, Matt? Trail's gonna learn a speedrun. That's what he's been saying. Probably not the 8-hour one though, huh? But maybe I'm a bad influence on people. Like I'm always like trying to get Maddie to do DQ and Dusk to do Chrono Cross and Decapent's been doing some DQ.
Are you ready for it?
She gets some things. I tell her about my bad relationship. She just starts asking how. Oh yeah, how is the divorce? Because that, yeah, if it's bad, it really sucks. To have to live with it, live like that. Speaking from someone who's done it twice now. It's not going, that's the problem. Yeah, that would be a problem. That would be a problem. That would be very frustrating. Alright. Okay, that's our magnet. The only bad thing is this magnet is pretty small. Should almost dig that out and get a really good one and glue it in, but I haven't done that yet. Do 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 do. All right, let's clean this off a little bit. Silent Hill 4 run was good, but my autosplitter for it messed up. The world record holder for Silent Hill 4 is trying to help me out with that. Oh, okay, good, good. Champ move helping out. Wait, what? Oh, the world record holder. Yeah, it's always nice. I have had mostly good experiences in speedrun communities that I've hung out in. Like, as someone outside of the speedrun community, I just would have thought that things would be a lot more competitive and secretive, and you know, like people wouldn't want to share notes, and it's been exactly the opposite of that. It's been pretty cool. Took a little bit to get the Star Ocean notes, but that was mostly just because like I couldn't. The Discord that's linked on the First Departure source site is wrong, and then when I got into the right Discord, there was no channel for FDR, so I had to like ask in chat, and then the right people had to be in the chat to like link some notes and stuff. But we got there. Let the runs do the talking. It's true, yeah. Like, if you're skilled enough, you're not worried about other people knowing exactly how you're doing stuff. And you're saying, hey, come try it out. Alright, I do unfortunately need to re-soak this now. I like to soak my latex after it's washed in a mixture of water and like this lubricant stuff. And that way it doesn't stick together when it's like put away in a bag. But I on purpose did not do it on this piece because I knew I had to. Hey, this was a failed sleeve piece or something, or test sleeve piece, something. Yeah, healthiest way to do it. It's pretty cool. It's a breath of fresh air, honestly. All right, I want to work on Rydia. So let's get something going here. Dropbox. Alright, so this is kind of what we're looking at. It's green and purple. So I'm obviously it's not gonna be like as detailed, but I'm thinking it's gonna end up being a tank top leotard with a loincloth and then thigh highs. And the sleeves and the cape, that can come later. We'll worry about that when we come to it. So that's what I'm thinking. Some people like powder. I don't like the powder thing. I have this. It's like I think it's Vivishine or something, but it's just like it's basically, think of it as like liquid, some kind of mixture of silicone lubricant. And you mix it in the water when you soak after washing, and that way it's still shiny and it's not going to completely stick together, and you can fold it up and put it away. Hey Squish, what's up? Green and purple's a good color. Very poisony, yeah. Now, do I have enough green for a bodysuit? That's the next step. And I don't think that's black. Okay, so I have dark green, which we might want for accents. I don't remember why I got orange. And red. There's a lot of red, although you can use a lot of red. Red was probably for Star Trek. Learning, Koopa? Yes. Yes. I mean, it's a preference thing with the powder. I've never liked it for putting it on. I've never liked it for storing. I think it's a preference thing. Some people make that work and it works for them. I don't really like the plum. I wonder, no, this is not the right purple. This is my leftover glitter purple. That could work for stuff. Still have plenty of orange from Velma in here. I like this purple a lot, but it's not the right purple. Oh, you know what I got the orange for? What's her name? Dagger. I was gonna make a latex dagger. That's why I have so much orange. I knew I wasn't gonna make like another Velma. Okay, there's some more green. This is not enough green for a bodysuit. Crap, we might have to buy some lime green to make that. Oh, that's no. There's also this pattern green. Could be interesting. Oh, and then there's that green. And there's olive green too. Army green. All the green. Funny enough, growing up, green was more my favorite color than purple. Violet Vixen, how's it going? Lots of green, yes, we have lots of green going on here. This is from Tinkerbell. This is a decent amount. Oh, this is transparent though. No, it's not. Not really. Not enough for a full bodysuit, but because her bodysuit is kind of different colors, I might be able to get away with a couple different greens, I think. Not too shabby. What's new? What's new in the hood? What's good in the hood? Okay, so this is definitely a candidate for use. I think this could be used for accents if we want. This is the glitter green. So that could be good for accents. Probably not any of these like darker greens. I'm curious about this pattern green. Yeah, that's true too. Nothing new, just chilling. Well, today we're gonna try to fix the pattern before I get too far into this, but so this pattern latex is kind of interesting, but I don't think it's gonna work for what we want for this. Maybe for the, well, maybe for the cape, but no. No. I bought this and made a dress out of it for my bestie a while back. So the reason, besides liking Rydia, the reason I need to make a costume for this is I submitted an incentive for Flame Fatales to wear a Rydia costume. So if FF4 gets in and they want that incentive, I just kind of want to be prepared that at least the costume's like kind of half done at least. It doesn't have to be fully done, but And then this is loincloth. We can worry about that another time. Done got yourself, yeah. Alright, well. At least we don't have to work on the leg pattern today, but we do need to work on the bodysuit pattern. I'm not gonna do swimsuit, sleeve, crop top, tank dress, latex dress, cat suit. What the heck? What the heck? This says high leg. Oh, cat suit. I was like, that's not a leg. It's like, is this mismarked? Bunny jade coattails, pillowcase, crop top, leotard. We might go back to leotard. Sleeveless latex cat suit. It's high leg though. Judy will want out. Boot covers. Stocking will want out. Psylocke. Mazarvel. Spandex catsuit. Latex catsuit regular cut. Okay, we'll look at that one. Skater dress. Boot cover. Tank dress. Crop top. I have too many patterns, y'all. Alright, let's see what we got. What does latex leotard look like? Going broke at the next FF event? For legs and bags? Not that, it's a leg pattern. How much, estimate how much these women will give for that? Especially if I get to do a studio run, like I get to travel for Flame Fatales, then you'll get to probably see the whole costume that way too, if they choose that whole situation. But so I definitely need to have this done before September. If I get in. I think we find out mid-July. Okay, this is not what I want. We want more of a tank top look. So that's what the leotard has. I think we're gonna have to do just like we did for the swimsuit. I'm surprised I don't have a sleeveless. Oh yeah, I have a sleeveless. I thought I saw it. I read somewhere sleeveless latex. Oh, but it's high leg. Okay, so we might have to do low leg conversion for it. So, because these high leg ones are just like it's just like too like they come like up here. And when there's no like cat suit, it's just a leotard. It's just like too much. So yeah. Okay, so we could probably use this. And then we'll convert the bottom to the low leg. And this has the low leg. While I'm at it, I'm gonna have to do what Violet Vixen and I discussed, and that is change the back to be two pieces. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, so this can go away. Y'all hear the music, right? I didn't ask today. Hopefully y'all are hearing the music. Okay, let's not mix up patterns. Okay, cool. Alright, this. The timing. You almost missed it as I walked away. It could have been a booty zoom instead of a booba zoom. Okay, before we do anything, let's try to figure out what we're doing about the back piece. Hey Doc, how's it going? Boot bazoom. All right, so we're gonna cut this in half, and then we're gonna make the seam not straight. And I think I want this crotch to be bigger too. Maybe not. That's pretty good. Had me on the big screen. Saw the almost booty zoom. Okay, so this is what we're working with here. Seems even. Great thing to see. All right, so Violet Vixen, are you there? I'm figuring out. I think I want this seam that was straight to be curved, like we talked about. But does it curve in or out? I think it curves out, right? Curves in. And then that'll make it curve across the back. So Dog sound like it's We heard the dog. It's not the dog, it's Ryan. Okay, so curves in. Probably just like slightly, right? But it's not like the whole way, right? Finding that curve's gonna be tough. Actually have curving thingies somewhere. There. I really want to do curvy stuff. All the way. My dog actually did just bark. The most where your waist is. Okay, that makes sense. So not at the top, but more like... Caleb, what's up? Yeah, we're starting slow here. Because I gotta fix patterns before I do anything, but... So more towards the waist. I suppose I should look up an example so I have the shape figured out. Back out for the booty. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The booty will eat it. Let's look at back bodysuit pattern. Just want to look at the piece shape. Oh, I see, like, in some of them. It is mostly straight still. It's just like... Let's start with the straight line so I'm not like going crazy here. And we'll go off of that. Pirate loves to touch his booty. What is this hockey stick ruler? Want to find out? Yeah, it's for curves. You can like draw curves rather than just straight stuff. So we're thinking kind of almost too sharp. I don't know. Doc. Not a huge fan of the straight stuff. It's like some of these bodysuits, it's not like that big of a difference. But it's like the whole... It's not that it's curved in, it's like this whole thing is curved. That's what I gotta keep in mind. That's much more gradual. It's probably okay. It's out. Yeah, not an extreme curve. Then just come right back into it for the booty. Although, where's my waist? It's like, for this high leg, it's like, it's just the back, but the leg comes up to here, so waist is like, yeah, it's about midway. Let's see what that looks like, I guess. Because the other concern is not just the waist, but it's the zipper not being stretchable. What outfit's being made, Doc? It's the one on the picture there, although it's, you know, we have a lot of liberty to go with. There is a better, like the better graphics version of Rydia, but I kind of like that this one has purple in it. I don't know, the other one doesn't. The other thing I gotta take into account is seam allowance. Because we cut this piece in half and I didn't add a seam allowance. Yeah, I think we'll mostly be working on patterns today because we gotta get the patterns right before we can start on the fun stuff. Also, today's my last day in classes. I'm so hyped to get my contacts back. This thing's been bugging my ears so much. Okay, it's not much of a curve, but that'll work. Zombie, what's up? No Lulu outfit, including 30 pounds of belts? Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Natho, what's up? Oh gosh. All right, so unfortunately we got to do that again because I didn't do the same ones. Thanks, Violet Vixen. It's a different look. I mostly just don't like that they don't feel good. They're always falling down my nose, and they're like hooking my ears, and it just doesn't feel good. Okay, we're gonna add a seam allowance. Just a little one. Yeah, I do want to get new frames next year because I should go back to wearing them like once a week just to give my eyes a rest from contacts, but it's been several years since I was doing it. All right, this is high leg cat suit, latex, back. With seam allowance and needs 2. Store. How do I store my outfits? Like this. They get stored in Ziplocs. After being washed and kind of soaked in like a water lubricant mixture. My ex-husband used to hang latex outfits in the closet, and he found out the hard way that if you do that, over time they just kind of gravity and just eats away at the shoulders of the latex. So you don't want to store the latex hanging on hangers. It's fine to store them on hangers to like let them dry, but long term you don't want to do that. iUpdate is I get my contacts. I get to wear contacts tomorrow. But tomorrow is a week since I've worn my contacts. Thanks, Trail. Like I said, I need to start wearing them once a week again, but I'm gonna wait till I get a better pair next year. Okay. Okay, really this is like a zipper cut too. I think the straight back one works fine for no zipper. And for tank tops, you can get away with that. So, we're actually probably not even gonna try this yet. But next step is we gotta convert the high leg to the low leg. So this is sleeveless front. Latex. Hey, Felicity. Yep, it's latex day. Oh yeah, here we go. So front. Oh yeah, we're gonna do folding. We're gonna make this easy on ourselves. Yeah, she's from FF4. She's the green-haired girly who's the hero of the show. Well, she steals the show anyway. Also, anything that like I do for Flame Fatales, like this cosplay, can be tried for GDQ as well. Okay, so this is where this is. So now we're going to convert it to a low leg. Interesting that it is thinner, though. Love a good multi-use outfit. Couldn't tell where the image is from because it looks higher quality in the game. No, it's about the. I think that's about the right quality of the game-ish. But yeah, it's the 3D, FF4 3D. They actually have higher quality versions of it, but I didn't like the costume in that, so I was like, all right, I like the costume in this version. So, just like with Tifa, I made the lower level version of Tifa. Okay, but we want this bigger crotch. And then I guess we're gonna go up here. Okay, low leg. All right, so this is latex sleeveless. Catsuit, Leo, regular leg cut. Front with seam allowance. Shiny cosplays can always be multi-use if you ever want to look badass on a weekday. It's true. It's true. No worries. It's also close up, Flissy. Like, you probably don't see her that close in the game, so. Okay, so that is our front piece. Sleeveless.
What's the difficulty setting?
Yeah, we also skipped the summoning bit because of the speedrun.
It's got scavenger.
Oh, okay, Caleb. We had a couple golds on the Chrono Trigger, and I was just like, the fuck? How are we getting golds on Chrono Trigger? So some pretty good splits, and then Slash, I let a couple rounds go where I should have healed, and I didn't on Slash, and then we died. So I took the opportunity, which I had wanted to do anyways, to do some routing, because I wanted to change a bunch of the routing for my category. So that was good. 10-10 Flea and yeah, Flea was really nice. I think Robo didn't even die, which is weird. And then Magus, I was pissed because it was probably one of my best Magus fights. But by then we were like way behind, so it didn't matter. I was just like, really, Magus? Really? How dare you? Okay, so this is the new pattern. Let's put that somewhere else. But yeah, I feel good about the new routing. That's the main thing. Yeah, something to build on. Used to seeing the small green lady. Only a couple times does it really get that far before it registers the scene skip. Yeah, Desh has said I need to be faster about skipping Rydia's summoning still. But there's still points where I'm letting it bleed. But we'll get to do some of that tomorrow for the quick save simulator. Got a couple more runs to get in, I think, or I'm happy enough with the practice runs I'm submitting. I haven't seen anybody else submit, just 3 of us, and I think they only do 3 teams on the relay, so let's see what happens. But I would like to have my time much closer to the person that just got a nice 3:30-ish on their first ever run. So we need to do that. Especially since we'll all be competing if we all get in. But yeah, we routed Marley in instead of Luca. And we tried some mud imp fights with Marley. That was interesting. Learned some things. And surprisingly got Robo. Rapid Fire Fist. That might change things. In other ways, maybe. I did not think, because we get Rapid Fire Fist so late in the run, in the 100% run, I did not think that it was possible to get it that early. But if you put him in the party enough. And then the back piece of this. Why is that longer? That's a problem. Well, shit. Try to ignore the ghost. Trace it again. Yeah, Uzi Punch on SNES. Which is required, I believe, for Omega Flare. But it seems that, again, it takes Luca forever to get Flare. So you need Rapid Fire Fist, you need Omega Flare, and then Magus needs... I'm not sure what Magus needs for Omega Flare, actually. Yeah, I'm just wondering, now that I'm thinking about it, if we have a chance to go to the future Vortex after all and get Robo's Apocalypse arm, because then we could just go own the fuck up on Lavos. The problem is we still need someone that can survive, and that is Magus, and so we have to still go to the Frozen Vortex. And ideally we don't go to 2 vortexes, it's just more time loss. Yeah, maybe Dark Bomb. Or the one after that, Dark Matter, maybe. Oh, that's the old one. That's why I was like, why is that weird? This is longer. I do want this to be thicker, so I think we want this one. Not this one. Dark Eternal. Oh yeah. Okay, it's Dark Bomb. Cool. Okay. So we definitely get Dark Bomb on Magus. Yeah, it's on. That makes me think. Could we get Luca Flare? Interesting. Interesting thoughts. Because there's still a problem right now of getting Ayla Dino Tail. It takes way too long. Alright, this is that one. What is this? Why do I have... Oh, this is the leg part. Okay. Gotta redo those. In fact, that should go in the latex leg. Regular leg cut. But yeah, with the current route, Marley gets some levels, and then we don't need Luca in the party anymore. And Robo ends up getting a ton of levels. But I've had this dream of routing this to go get Robo's Apocalypse arm, like we do in all endings. The problem is it's so hard to get through that zone. It's complicated, it's long. You have to do a what do you call it? Gauntlet fight. Okay, sleeveless, latex, catsuit, Leo, front, with seam allowance, regular leg cut. Looks good. And then the final piece, the boob cup. Do, 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 do. Did it get louder? It got louder. So I think the only cool thing about the routing that we did today is that Tyranno might be faster. Dalton Plus might be faster. I think it is faster. That's it. That's it.
say.
So this just ends up being longer.
I don't know what that sound is, but I'm not here.
Okay, regular cut, sleeveless. Cat suit. No. Top with seam allowance. Sleeveless, sleeveless. And then this is regular leg. So yeah, if we could either get Omega Flare, which I don't think we can, because Flare just takes so long. Flare takes so long to get, just for Luca to get on 100% with all the fights we do. Although we do more grinding on this too. I don't know, getting Omega Flare is not even that. It doesn't really exploit the vortex, so it's like, what's the point? Getting Robo's arm would be a big deal. Okay, this gets us the sleeveless leotard that we want. But it's also low cut. And this is not. All right, before I start anything else, let's put these patterns away. This goes in latex leg.
Come in the house and
Okay, this is sleeveless. And then this is the regular leg catsuit.
yeah.
Okay, now I have the lower cut crop top somewhere. Long sleeve crop top.
I'm getting comfort. Oh god.
Sleeve swimsuit. Crop top.
Once you have a house, I'm in the middle of it.
Okay, I think this is the low cleavage one. Okay. All right, so the front piece is what we've got to work with. This is the front? Or is this is the back. Why did I mark this as the front? This is the back.
Not too far. Nitrates. Potassium nitrates.
In there. Why is this
Latex.
That's the right width? I don't know, Cup. It's just paper. What's up? Where's the other crop top front?
What happens when you open your place and have five?
I don't know why that's so off. Let's open it up. So. No, you can't eat it. I mean, you could, I guess, but probably wouldn't be healthy. Okay, so that does go like that.
I mean, if you're using blank, so if you're setting up places good on them.
Yeah, it's not parchment paper. It's very thick. It's not quite poster paper either, but
How about iron?
it's what I use for my patterns.
This house that started we have is actually not too bad. It's pretty big.
Can't figure out for the life of me why the straps are so far in on this pattern. Like, I don't think this, yeah, this isn't the sleeved crop top. Oh, but maybe... Maybe...
I didn't want to
Actually, what does the sleeve crop top look like? Aha, it looks just like that. Okay. Interesting.
fuck it.
So the difference being...
Yeah, it's because the stupid dogs that you're black.
Difference being that I like took the straps in the other way. What is my, now I want to know what my tank dress looks like. That's what happens when you have so many patterns, you forget how you arrived at each one.
Well, I just was like thinking.
So I say sleeveless, but maybe latex tank dress. Yeah, sexual themes, it happens. Not too worried about it. Back. Yeah, here we go. Huh. I wonder what I was thinking when I made the sleeveless, because it doesn't seem like it's what I want. I want the more of the tank look instead. Shit! That means we gotta redo it, whatever we all just did. This is long sleeve. $70. Granny streaming. Well, maybe they talk about sexual stuff, man. Old people are horny. It's a known fact. Although cups like aging calibration is not the greatest. Okay, latex tank dress. Freaking A, I can't believe it's not working the way I want it to.
Latex.
Matthew, what's up? Exactly, knitting and chill. No, Matt, you have to have 75 average viewers. Average. And I've never had a 75 average viewer. Plus, I know people that have applied when they've had 75 average viewers. You have to have it for like 90 days, I think, or something. And they get denied. And so it's actually kind of a hard thing to get. Yeah. You have to have like crazy numbers to get it first try, I think.
Latex.
Actually, no, I know a couple people got it first try that just had like decent, like 100-ish, 80-ish. But really, you need subs too? I wasn't sure about that. I didn't know about that part. Streaming FF7, why would I do that? Although I might be learning that run in a year or two. Maybe. So yeah, partner's tough. There are some benefits. I feel like they don't have as much, it doesn't have as much benefits as it used to.
Oh shit. Yeah, this is 4 p.m.
That's B Dude. Yeah, B Dude hates FF7. Alright, well, poopy. Poopy.
Latex.
This is what we're supposed to actually be doing here. Cardinal, how's it going? Hey, Rob. Glad you like the music.
I was seeing dogs in this case. Ah, shit.
FF7 gives out check marks. That's weird. Yep, we're slow but sure. We're probably not even gonna get to some latex today. It's just, it's been some tough patterning trying to figure it out. Okay, he went full FF7. He can get one. I learned the OG, Matt. I want to do a 7-8-9 run. That's like a lofty goal. And so that's why I'm like, all right, I already know 9. I'm going to learn 8 this year. So 7's on my list eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to lead all of one of these lines.
Oh, nice, Lanceti, nice. Lanceti, did you get your Dragon Quest stuff answered? I didn't. Silver answered that one thing, and I was like, I didn't even know about that. I was still using the old notes that I guess they took down the old notes because they're out of date. But yeah, it's kind of annoying because the glitchless route, it's basically the glitchless route on PC with some minor tweaks, and it's annoying to have a whole nother set of notes for that. Okay, so we think we're doing this instead. And then I'll figure out the neckline. It's right there on the screen, Rob. Rydia. F7 no slots. No slots fun. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of weird because it's like basically the glitchless route except for these exceptions. And so I could probably just sit down and make the new set of notes from what I know. But yeah, like, I guess it's coming from the other runners. They're like, oh, this is what I do. It's not this one, it's this one. Why is that one so much shorter? Doesn't make sense. It's just because of the crop top, I think. Okay.
Yeah, military sounds pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Lanceti. When I first started learning Dragon Quest XI, there was these old console notes, right? And I used those on Switch. And then I switched to PC, and I was like, how different is the PC run? And they're like, here's the notes. And I was like, I already know these notes. And so I started off trying to like translate what I knew. And then there were several times when Silver came into my stream and was like, why are you doing that? That's an old strat. And so I think that's why they took the console notes down, because they're so old that they were confusing new runners. So it took me a long time to actually get my notes figured out after all of that. But yeah, so like stupid stuff like Cobra Strike, or there was stuff like where in the old notes it was like sell this and buy that, sell this and buy that, and like you don't even bother with that anymore. You know, it's just weird stuff like that. So yeah, definitely lets people run console. But yeah, if you want, I can probably just like whip up what I got with the little tweaks to it to make it console.
Latex.
But I have for glitchless and then little tweaks to make it console, and send that to you. Hey, thanks for the lurk, Savage. Hope you're doing good. Okay, we just made a is that going to be too deep? I guess we're going to see. I guess I will cut it out before I write on it. Yeah, the stuff like Cobra Strike, or just like nowadays I actually do use Cobra Strike sometimes on Colossus. Now that I use like the sap strats. But if you're not sapping, like Cobra Strike does shit, so it's not worth it. Because there's sap strats and there's sizz strats on Colossus. Sizz strats are more, they've said is more, what's the word? It's like more likely to work versus sap is faster. But if sap doesn't land, then it sucks. But I think that Colossus are actually more likely to get sapped than most. But yeah, but for example, with the sizz strats, you wouldn't use Cobra Strike because there's no sap. So Eric would sit there and Rebel Rouser instead.
Oh, I should not have pushed the button.
You know, put the guys to sleep, heal, etc.
I pushed the button. There's like 13 zombies.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Alright, come here.
Yeah, we definitely use Cobra Strike on Slayer. And on the Spider. Because getting that extra poison dot is really good for it to make the fight end sooner, hopefully. Oh, why is this wrong? Why is this wrong? What did I do? Did I cut out the wrong thing? This is wrong. Completely wrong. Shit. I'm not having a good pattern day today. Try this again. But yeah, Cobra Strike does not land poison on Colossus, so it's really just for damage when you use it, or at least they're really resistant to poison, I think. Oh, but what's this doing? Not that. Yeah, we're gonna need more space. Use Veronica? I mean, we use Veronica. But yeah, we don't, I mean, she doesn't get used a lot, but. You can route whatever you want, honestly. The Puff Puff percent is there because myself and Brandy Ice Cream routed it. So, you know, if you want to route something, route it. Okay, I did that. Yeah, to die. She's your main damage dealer. So if you really want to play Veronica, try the Time Worm run. Because she does get used more. Everybody gets used more than that, right? You level everybody to 99. Do all the fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, Veronica's only used in Act 1 anyway, so there's not much you can do there. Act 2, you're kind of SOL. Yeah, Rab almost always dies on our run too. Like during the last couple fights, it's like, oh, Rab's going down. Okay, we're looking at this. With like this situation. And then this situation. This one's shorter. So I don't know how I cut that out wrong last time. That's weird. Let's try again. Okay, this is what we're looking at. That's like a lower cut situation. Yeah, I went to SummerCon. It was fun. It was fun hanging out with friends. The con itself was kind of disappointing. Because it was just a lot of celebrities and not much else. There was some exhibition, you know, we ate some food, we hung out at the bar. Mostly it was just like hanging out with friends. That was fun. And being in costume. But I don't know, it just made me think, like, rethink, like, why do I go to these cons? It's just like, I don't buy anything anymore. I don't see celebrities. I just really go to hang out in costume with friends, and that's it. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of realizing things. All right, low cut front for latex sleeveless tank catsuit Leo with seam allowance, regular leg cut.
I'm so happy. Get this fucking one for me. I think that's my
Front.
random board this shit up. There's some bullshit.
Go to and host panels, but don't buy really anything anymore. Yeah, cosplay party of Hilux, and that's kind of what it is. But then I'm also just like, I was also freezing because it ended up being the first day of summer and it poured down rain, and it's at the fairgrounds, and I'm in latex. I did bring a leather coat at least. That was smart of me. What else? Something else was bugging me. Oh. I was cold. I hadn't started my meal plan yet, but I was kind of trying not to eat crazy. I don't know. I think just I'm more and more. I'm going to like 1 or 2 cons a year, and that's it anymore. It's kind of hard to believe I used to go to 8 to 10. Oh yeah, you were selling at Cons Trail. Stationary bar crawl. So there are a bunch of bars and restaurants. Oh, nice. I used to go to something like that called the Seattle Superhero Pub Crawl. It was just like 10 people that would go and do the thing once a year. And it was just like a small pub crawl around Seattle. In costume. That was early in my cosplay career when I just was looking for any reason to go out and wear my costume. And I guess I'm kind of more of a homebody now. Where like I think it's important to go out and hang out with friends and stuff, but I also really enjoy the weekends where I'm just at home doing a Final Fantasy X run for 8 hours or 9 hours. So it's like finding that balance. If I get in to sell, I don't think I have energy. I also host panels. Yeah, seriously. When I've had a booth, it's just being at the booth all day is a lot. Okay, gotta do the back. That's the front. This is the back. Well, it's weird how time changes you, you know? There was a time when I didn't think I'd ever stop going to Comic-Cons and stuff. Booth time is crying time, though, so you don't have to schedule time for that later. What? Why is it an introvert? I like big bash events and then I can recover, hide in my hole. I mean, I'm pretty extroverted, but I think it's just that lately my hobby is here streaming, and so I feel like I'm extroverted. I'm hanging out with y'all and talking, even while playing video games and stuff. But I'm also just cozy. Still kind of cozy in your own home, feeling productive, you know, getting speed runs done. enjoying my time. Versus out in the meat space, where you're freezing cold in latex. Alright, this is what we got here. What does it look like here? It's like, yeah, it's so weird. Okay, so I took the straps out more. Is that what the crop top does though? Let's double check that. I think the crop top looks a little different. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, selling at the cons and trying to pay for your booth space. Word for editing. You're at the binder with pen and paper. What the heck? Another on publishing where someone basically dragged me from audience into the panel. We talked for at least a third of the time. Yeah, some panels are very like free for all. I always when I've done panels, it's like, all right, we need an agenda, we need slides. I know it looks pretty similar. Stuff that up fast, yeah. Careful plans for panels that actually hosted. Yeah, exactly, same. But yeah, sometimes you go to. I'd be part of the cosplay panels where it's like, ask questions about cosplay, and then there's a panel of us cosplayers, and they just randomly go down the line asking questions. That's not the one I want.
Well, it was 2%.
How to panel? How to panel? Yeah. Yeah, Reed Pop. You know, the bigger companies got a hold of them. Although I will say the one this weekend was a smaller one, and it's already pretty... What's the word? Capitalismized? I don't know what the right word is. And it's a small con. Conventions for me were nearly all a miserable time. That sucks. Corporate, yeah, there you go, Cardinal. Corporatized, something like that. Yeah, Land City, don't get me started on that. The organizer runs a couple of cons in the area, and there's not a lot of good things to say about him. I don't even know him really. I probably met him in passing, but I've heard a lot of things. They're constantly trying to recruit cosplay judges, and I just won't do it anymore. And I know people that have worked with him that won't do it with him for his cons anymore. Okay, that's more what we were expecting. You've heard a lot of tea. A vendor. As soon as it's not a glorified tent with no AC. Yeah, I've had other problems with that too. Like I won't go to Crypticon anymore because the one time we were cosplay guests and judges, they put us in the back corner outside of the exhibition hall where you couldn't find us, and that was our booth. And it was just like it's just very disrespectful. And so when we tried to come, they tried to recruit us for the next year. I was like, we have to be in the exhibition hall, and they're like, oh yeah, and then like they showed us where our spot was, and it wasn't. And I was just like, we're not doing it unless you put us in the exhibition hall. So we did not do it, and I have not been to Crypticon since. All right, this is, what was I calling this? The new one. Back. Latex. Sleeveless. Tank. Catsuit. Leo. Regular leg cut with seam allowance. Okay, and then the boob cup should still work because I didn't modify that seam. So that's this one. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one and this one. Because it's just gonna confuse things. It's funny hearing about for-profit larger cons. Am I seeing they chase out the people who run cons that are for-profit? Oh, really? Rydia's cape and sleeves also be latex? I don't know yet. The sleeves probably. The cape is always... Latex capes are never the greatest because they'll stick to the latex. So I've often done a shiny pleather for capes for latex, and then attach with a magnet. So we'll see. We've got a lot of time to figure it out. We just have to get this done before September, and we really only have to if FF4 gets into Flame Fatales, because I added it as a potential incentive for the run. Okay, we got that. Got that. Clean up here. Rude ass people. Cons are almost all non-profit with a charity they raise money for. Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Hey Slade, what's up? How's it going? How was your stream today? I was lurking for a bit. Yeah, that should still work. Dang, moving fast. Alright, should we cut out some latex? Do we have time? We can probably do some cutting out at least. We have time. This remix, I know, I love these remixes. Shut up. Wind is annoying me. Okay, do we have enough latex, enough of this to use? I don't know if we do. One chapter per stream, going at it, Slade. Don't like the audience know stuff's happened. I hate when it's hard to tell what's the front and what's the back. Oh, it is kind of transparent. That's the only downside. I thought this one was kind of transparent. I don't think we have very much of this left. Yeah, all the Comic-Cons are for profit nowadays. There's no getting around it.
Oh.
I'm imagining this is going to be a leotard with a purple... Oh, you know, this could be the... I don't think there's enough room for the legs. Maybe. Stockings. Leotard with the purple loincloth. No, you can't really glue cotton to it, unfortunately. For one thing, how we wash latex is in the shower. You can't wash it in like a washing machine or anything. But yeah, it also just doesn't stick to cotton. In fact, to get latex to stick to zippers, we have to like soak it with the latex glue. So yeah, you wash latex in the shower. Yep. I don't know what we're gonna do with this. I guess we could be an interesting layer of the two latexes though. Maybe this could layer. Actually, let's look at this up close again. On the bodice part, and the straps could just be this. So it would be like this much-ish. Then we need room for these.
Silent Martyr just raided with 6 viewers.
Silent Martyr, thanks so much for the raid. How was the Chrono Trigs today? Were you doing New Game Plus? Y'all, if you don't know Silent Martyr, definitely give him a follow. Big Chrono Trigger runner. Does a lot of different runs though. So check him out. Recently, I think did a GDQ hotfix of New Game Plus, right?
Latex.
0.08 off PV. Oh man, so close. Well, GG's anyways. That's really close. Express Lane, yeah. How'd it go? I know I was there the first time when your internet died, but I didn't catch the last time. It was a great stream. Awesome. It's great to hear. Well, we are working on a latex Rydia costume. I'm trying to figure out, using the latex I have, what I can do. And unfortunately, this darker latex is a little see-through. So I'm thinking about color blocking it. Can't be this whole piece. It's gonna have to be like the bodice part up to booba parts, and then have the booba parts be this color. I think it could work. See-through's totally fine. Well, I submitted Final Fantasy IV to Flame Fatales. And one of the incentives I submitted was a Rydia cosplay, so it's gotta be stream friendly. The internet didn't die. Okay, good. Yeah, it's nice when the internet doesn't die, right? Best clothes are only see-through up close. Oh, the boob cups are easy enough. Fit one right here. And then you could fit one right here. And then that leaves something like this.
People are hiding. Oh crap!
Yeah, they're separate, so the sleeves would be separate. Yeah, arms and legs, I'm thinking. See-through stuff. Got candy skip on hotfix. Oh, hell yeah. I know, I was hanging out when you were practicing that, and you talked about how difficult it can be sometimes. So that's awesome. That's the best when you're on your best game for the big marathon. That's like the best. So GG's. I wish we had candy skip on PC, man. Does that fit? No, it doesn't quite fit. Oh, there we go. ECC is refusing to let you in. You probably don't want to get in. The booths are expensive, aren't they?
Oh my god.
I have friends that vend at SakuraCon and some other ones, but they don't do ECC anymore. Although I think this last year one of them said they're not doing SakuraCon either anymore. Got to think about this. Or do I order more green? The problem is I don't think they have... This green was made by Yummy Gummy Latex, and she's changed owners now. I haven't worked with the new owner yet. I don't think they have this kind of neon green at King Engineering. Let's look. They have like a... Yeah, they have like a natural green, which does not look good. Yeah, I think I'm kind of stuck. I do want to use this piece, so I think going with the booba cups and this kind of front midsection booba part could work. In fact, if we go to crotch, that could work, because that's where this will end. We'll make the crotch transparent, but that's fine because we're putting a loincloth over it. This is, what is this? Chrono. I usually do Chrono Synthwave, but I think we already went through all our Chrono Synthwave. So this is Chrono Dance Music Compilation. Greens are really pretty. Skircon's overpriced itself. It's more than ACC. Yeah, Skircon. I refuse to go to Skircon anymore. Let's see. What did I miss here about Zeal? If only you could name Magus before you get him. You could name him Candy and then don't recruit him. Candy Skin. We get to Zeal in 6 minutes, right? Just saw Zeal in a dream, want to go kick her teeth in immediately. We were just talking about routing too, Silent Martyr. I did some rerouting of my Vortex run today, where we used Marley instead of Luca after Magus, and Marley and Robo. And so I think that's going to speed a couple things up. So I'm kind of excited to like actually try to run that now. Okay, well let's get this. Try to cut a couple of these pieces out. Okay, this is back. What is this? Oh, this is an old piece. No, I've been to GeekGirlCon in years. So yeah, I think this year it's just Star Trek Las Vegas in August and I'm done for the year. No more cons. In fact, the only reason I went to SummerCon was because some friends were going and we could all hang out. Okay, so we're thinking like right here. That's gonna leave room for this. And then I guess I'll cut this part out first. Komori. KomoriCon? Never did go to Colossus Con, but Colossal Con, I think that'd be kind of cool to go to. But we're gonna do Star Trek Las Vegas and there's gonna be a pool party, so it's gonna be that instead. CoupoCon. See, my thing now is I don't want to go to a con unless I have a bunch of friends going. So it's not even a thing. The last time I went to Dragon Con, it was like the friends I went with were busy. And so it was just like, it wasn't fun. Except, you know, I got to hang out with Piper and meet her in person, but
Alright, anyway, so I leveled up. So we're
at Dragon Con, you like have to have the people you want to hang out with. Otherwise, you're just going to be day drinking alone. Okay, so that was that. We need to do this side. I think this could work. The only thing I don't like is this piece is not gonna line up completely. If we have to cut it here.
or at the moment it's more of a I don't want to die. So I just took out.
We're missing about 6 inches. Well, worst happens is we have to completely redo it with something else. It is just a scrap of latex at this point.
It's like stop it now.
You had your friend volunteer for staff and she had fun because she had a job and got to go to panels. Nice. Yep, cosplay cons are all about hang out with friends at this point. For me.
I like it.
And honestly, on the weekend nowadays, I'd rather hang out with y'all on the stream. Most weekends.
Hey, which one's food again? Purple?
It's just how things have evolved. Gay! Sheep baby? Sheep's there. Lambsy? He's doing something up there. I don't know what he's got himself into. Attacked by a bear. I think it's a giant Eevee. I think it's a giant Eevee. Yeah, there he is. I think they must have been cuddling or something. Sometimes you see them making out. Like one does. All right. See what we can do here.
Latex.
Hey, Mora.
Safe to go outside.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do with that. That's what we got to work with. Wait, this is the shiny side? No, this is the shiny side. It's hard to tell.
Roll them right at night. Shit.
4 MP? Yeah, Ice 2 is pretty hefty. Oh, alright. Well, I think we should call it there today. I'm gonna ponder this a little more. Maybe search around for some other green latex. Because the only other stuff I got is this glitter stuff. But it's like so scrappy. Maybe we could use some for the straps or something.
Yeah, I got it.
And then we have the dark olive stuff, which is just not going to be the right green. All right, Trail. No worries. Hope the appointment goes well. Got to figure out who we're raiding. Yeah, they aren't unusable. We could probably use them. Mike's playing Mass Effect. What else we got? Main Stun's playing StarCraft 2. Should he speedruns that, I think.
We get 2 chickens.
But now, okay, he's just playing it. Alright, let's raid Mike. We haven't seen Mike in a while. Over at 171st Street Games. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Good latex sesh. A lot of patterning, but we got that done with so that hopefully we can actually do some actual latex next week and make some more progress here. Yeah, otherwise I'll be back tomorrow doing some quick save simulator stuff. All the scraps, there's lots of scraps here, scraps there. I have all kinds of scraps. And yeah, so quick save simulator tomorrow night. See y'all then. Thanks, Silent Marty. Thanks again for the raid too, and GG's on the runs. And I'll see y'all on the flip side. I'm gonna go hang out and work on the Star Ocean speedrun learning too.